I wasn't going to touch on the subject of aliens again in this series, but since the Pentagon has now officially stated that it does take the UFO's sightings seriously, I thought I'd share a few more insights with you. In a recent TV interview, John Radcliffe, the former director of national intelligence, emphasized that the issue was no longer to be taken lightly. When we talk about sightings, he said, we are talking about objects that have been seen by Navy or Air Force pilots or have been picked up by satellite imagery that frankly engage in actions that are difficult to explain, movements that are hard to replicate, that we don't have the technology for, or are traveling at speeds that exceed the sound barrier without a sonic boom. So let's look at these sightings a little closer. Who are these guys? Why are they here? Are they dangerous? Do we have to fear them? Let's explore these questions together.
As we have seen, we live in what is called the relative reality, the realm of space and time and cause and effect. It was created by us four beings who left the absolute reality, our true home of the 7 dimensions. This temporary reality consists of 7 fall regions, where our material universe with planet Earth is at the lowest region and of lowest vibration, right down here. All these other fall regions, also called purification and preparation spheres, with all their fine material galaxies and planets, are alive and populated by spiritual beings who have not fallen quite as deeply into selfishness and distractions and 3-dimensional limitations as we have here on Earth. For the most part, they have long recognized that this fall idea was a huge mistake and would never work out. Most of them in these higher dimensions are now in the process of slowly returning back to the absolute reality. By simply living in these higher regions and vibrations, they are living in far greater harmony with the divine laws than we do here on Earth according to their spiritual maturity. In other words, if they would be evil, selfish and destructive, they could not live in these higher spheres and dimensions, but only at the bottom where we are. They are all our space brothers and sisters, irrespective in which sphere they are. There are many revelations and channelings that give us an idea about the life that these higher evolved societies are enjoying. I've made a video about the stark difference of their societies to ours. Here are just a few. They do not kill. For them, all life is sacred, including that of animals. They would never pollute or destroy their environment or their planet. As they communicate via telepathy, they have no secrets and no lies. They respect their elders and the uniqueness of everyone. Thus, they are never competing with each other. They deeply trust and work with the laws of the universe and are living in close unity with divinity. Many of these more evolved societies in these higher dimensions are helping societies of lower evolution on other planets and star systems in their effort to slowly return back to the absolute reality. Their most common way of transport are space gliders, which we here on Earth call UFOs. Their shape, construction and technology vary widely according to the spiritual development and origin of the societies. With the law of attraction and focused willpower, many of their gliders travel on space pathways and currents like the gravitational and magnetic forces of the planets. Their crafts often consist of nanotechnologies that are still far beyond our understanding and grasp. They know that the entire universe is filled with light ether, which we in our ignorance still call mysterious dark matter or dark energy. This light ether energizes them as well as their space gliders. Let's think this through. Any society that has these advanced technologies and is able to travel in these space gliders to other galaxies has experienced and knows about the abundance of existence. This means that they can acquire anything they need without hurting anybody else. Therefore, it would be a total waste of time and energy for them to try to control, oppress, or even destroy others. It would make no sense to them. They have a totally different understanding of the relationships of existence, and they know that there is enough for everyone. Higher evolved beings of these higher dimensions have a deep appreciation for the unity and fullness of life. They operate from the awareness of abundance, whereas we here on Earth believe in scarcity. Now, several of these alien societies are fully aware of our dire situation here on Earth and would love to assist us to also move into a higher vibration and dimension. Because they know that we are their brothers and sisters, and they want us to join the other planets, the great cosmic family. But unfortunately, there's a big problem. Let's look at it a little closer. Here we have various highly advanced alien societies who want to assist us. For a very long time, they have been patiently observing our planet in their various crafts of different shapes and origin, as we know from countless UFO sightings and now even confirmed by the Pentagon. But what do these space brothers and sisters see when they look at us? This here is planet Earth. It is populated with nearly 8 billion human beings. Having removed ourselves further and further away from the absolute reality, many of us have lost their inner connection with God and divinity, which consequently caused the illusion of scarcity and separation. Separation from each other and most importantly from God. Herein lies the reason why humankind is drenched in so much fear. Over time, this fear has driven almost all our interactions with others. It is the reason why almost all mankind's inventions are firstly used for weapons to kill and dominate others. For instance, when the splitting of the atom was discovered, we immediately used that knowledge to create bombs to kill about 300,000 fellow human beings. When laser was discovered, the first thing we built were weapons. Any new technology either comes from the military complex, like the internet, or is immediately exploited and used for the single goal of destruction and death. With our tax payments, each one of us is supporting this horrific trend. And naturally, it is the military that for decades has secretly tried to obtain and replicate the advanced technologies of these alien spacecrafts, thankfully without any known success. In addition, with our selfish ways, we have willfully destroyed the planet that gives us food and shelter. We have polluted the air, water and soil and are causing an imminent climate collapse. We exploit each other and kill and consume our little brothers and sisters, the animals, and cause great harm in so many ways. All this negative vibration is reflected in the Earth's atmosphere. This aura is laden with aggressiveness and misery. Now imagine, you are one of these advanced aliens in these spaceships who have come to help us evolve from our three-dimensional limitation to the next level. You look at this planet with its dark and sinister aura. Would you not also use great care to not get contaminated? Furthermore, wouldn't you also be very concerned about the fact that mankind might use nuclear power to blow up their own planet with their thousands of nuclear warheads? Such a cataclysm would have devastating effects on the entire solar system and beyond. Would you be ready to share your advanced technology with these Earthlings, knowing very well their history of abuse of technology? This is a dilemma we now have. The gulf between these higher evolved beings and our own society here on Earth is enormous. To bridge it, many of these highly evolved alien souls are already among us without us realizing it. They are here to observe, shorten the fate of mankind and carefully try to make us realize how misguided and destructive our intentions and actions are. But what about the bad aliens, which we always see in our movies? Do they exist? Unfortunately, yes, they do. But most of them don't come in spaceships, for which they simply don't have the spiritual evolution for such technology. Besides, they are already here among us. I'm talking about the discarnated souls of the astral worlds, the astral beings that are often the instigators and masterminds of so much destruction, pain and suffering on this planet. These astral beings are also our brothers and sisters. However, they have fallen even deeper than we have and thereby lost all their energy potential. We call them the demonic hierarchy. As demonic entities, they are stealing and sucking this energy from us through violence, wars, genocide, riots, fighting, killing, murder, torture, rape, anger, depression, and so on. These barbaric events give off large amounts of energy blasts, called louche energy, that they use for sustenance. It is the food they live on. I've explained this in greater details in my videos on evil, why do we kill, and the waters of life. So these highly evolved alien societies in their spacecrafts are witnessing a world that is getting increasingly darker and darker as the effects of the climate collapse become more and more intense. And as the curtain is falling on this old world, souls of lower vibration will no longer be able to incarnate onto this planet. From now on, they will have to expiate their karmic burdens in the astral spheres. Why is this happening right now? Because of our present closer proximity to the central sun. Radiation from the central sun is increasing and brings our universe, and in particular our planet Earth, into a higher vibration and dimension. This causes all negativity and destructiveness to fall off and thus purify our planet. It is a purification process. Out of this darkness, a new Earth of higher vibration and new dimension is rising. This new Earth will be the home for more evolved human beings of higher vibration with a love for God, their neighbors, and all nature kingdoms. The only question is, what can we, you and I, do right now to be part of this transition and part of this new Earth? The simple answer is to become free. Free from everything that binds us to this old, dying world, free from our old programs, attachments, and karmic burdens. And Christ and God in us want to help us in our efforts. Christ is the great liberator who can transform all these negativities in us and who wants to guide us back home to the absolute reality. The answer is always love. Not the human love that we have for the special person in our life or for our pets. It is the selfless, all-inclusive, unlimited, and unconditional love. That love is our ticket to freedom. Love is liberty.
If you need a simple, practical guide of how to transform yourself and to become more loving and more peaceful again, I would suggest you might want to start with this little booklet called Live the Moment by Gabriele. I will add a link to the book as well as the ebook link below this video. For more information and help, please go to my website lifeexplained.com. Let's meet again in my next video.